It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
All right, guys, this is that time we're going to step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis D.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
Hey, Nubby.
What's up, Travis T?
Usually this is where, I'll ask you how you're doing. Maybe make a statement about how we got a lot of wrestling to talk about. Maybe even dive into maybe even a plug about CarterComics.com. But I don't want to get into the plug yet because there's something you got to talk about and explain. In a sense, set straight. I hope you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I already know.
Do you?
I thought we forgot about it, but I guess I gotta set it straight, don't I?
No, I want to see. Let me see if this is it.
A kiss on him. From one of the knockouts.
This Cactus Rack?
No, I think it was the, crap, I'm gonna die for not knowing her name.
Was it the hot one?
Well, they were all hot.
I know, right? How do you narrow it down?
Oh, wait, I better not. No, we better not. We don't want to be canceled like Willie is. Power Hour.
You can be canceled. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, we'll just move on from there.
So, for those of you who don't know, on the Power Hour, was it last week's Power Hour, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, last week's Power Hour. There was a statement made at the end of that episode by one of the co-hosts of the Power Hour, Cactus Rack. Nubby, you actually shared that post. You shared their video on our Facebook page.
I did.
And in the description, you put Cactus Jack has a message for Travesty, which sparked my curiosity even more. I was like, I got to hear what this message was. And then she says that she wasn't appreciative of the joke I made in reference to Willie being canceled. But that wasn't me, Nubby. That wasn't me on that recording, was it?
Not that part, anyway.
Yeah. So, I hope Cactus Rack is listening to this because I would like you to set things straight there, Nubsters, before we continue.
So, it was not Travis T that made the joke. It was actually me. But, I guess I should apologize for it because I didn't mean it to get as far as it did. Because I know the difference in what I said and what Willie has done and said on the Power Hour he was on, and I get it. Totally different.
Mm-hmm.
I just, at the time when I said it, and the reason I made the comment was because we live in a world where we just don't know what we're allowed to say anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said it, and the reason I mentioned Willie is because I can't say he's canceled, because he's not really canceled, but he's just on the shit list, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to end up on the shit list for saying something that might not be politically correct today. But it was my bad. I should just left it alone.
No.
But I guess in my mind, I just felt like we don't know what words we're allowed to say.
Well, here's the thing, Nubsters, because this isn't me telling you to apologize for what you said. This is me wanting you to clarify to Cactus Rack that I didn't say it.
Right. I get it.
Now,
You didn't say it.
I don't think what you said was very wrong. You made a joke, which we should be able to do, which is totally fine. Here's the thing. I listen to maybe 75% of every episode of the Power Hour. I'd never listened to the one Willie's on. I never listened to the one that caused this situation. So I don't know what he said. I'm sure it was horrible. If even till this point, it's still a fucking a black mark on fucking, streaming fucking wrestling shows. But who fucking cares? Like, there's a lot of people who say a lot of stupid shit all the fucking time. Not me this time. I didn't do this one. This one wasn't on me. I didn't say anything stupid this time. I'm sure I will at some point, but this one wasn't me. But yeah, no, for her to first all even accuse me, how dare her? She should know the difference in our voices. But even for her to come at you just because you said that joke, big deal. Her fight's with Willie, not with us.
I get it.
Right. It's a shame that Steve didn't correct her, because I know Steve listens to the show. I know he knows your voice and the difference between your voice and my voice.
Well, to maybe it was towards you because you took it further. Maybe.
Yeah. What did I say?
I was just saying that if you use the bar issue or not issue
no,
example.
We're not. We don't want to be canceled like Willie is. Power Hour.
You can be canceled. I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, we'll just move on from there.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You could put this on the fucking record for anyone out there who wants to cancel Travesty. If you're offended by me talking about the attractiveness of women, you have a problem. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, our whole lives, society is built on the physical attractiveness we have from one another. That's exactly what I said.
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with what I said. I wasn't wrong. People are attracted to people all the fucking time. It's just how life is.
Yeah. But I think we all can move on from here, though.
But here's the thing. First off, she came at me, which was wrong. She should have got her information straight, but whatever. But even if I did say what you said, she attacked me like I was promoting or supporting what Willie was saying. Like I was brushing off. Like it was anything. I have no idea what the fuck he said. I know it was explained to me. I think you explained it to me. But different generations of people, they have different perspectives on how things are. Well, let me ask you that. And I want to be real about this, because I want to ask you, and I want you to be honest with me. And if you feel like what I am saying is crossing a line, I want you to be honest and tell me, because I have a question I want to ask you. And if you think it's sexist, please inform me. In fact, anyone who's listening, if this question is sexist, please let me know. And first off, obviously this is audio, people don't see this. Why is it you turn blue every once in a while? Is there a light that's next to you that just kind of gives like a blue hue to your video?
Okay, so I have the TV facing me. I'm in a different room today.
Gotcha.
I'm not in my normal studio. I decided to come in the other room because, well, Betty Cena's at work, so I decided to make some room today.
Okay. Just as long as I'm not having a stroke. Okay, let me ask you a question. And just be upfront and honest with me. And if you don't want to answer it, feel free to. You don't have to. Roller derby girls. They dress the way they dress for a reason. They dress for sex appeal. Right? They're all wearing short skirts or short shorts, tight shirts, doing the roller derby. I mean, in retrospect, they could all be wearing long pants, sweat, whatever. But they dress for sex appeal. Right?
For the most part.
No.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know why some do it. I mean, there's a point in what people do is just different for different reasons. I mean, there might be some that do it for the sex appeal, but we don't know for sure. I mean, there's no one in front of me that can say that they do it to get looked at, or it's just a fashion thing. I don't know.
It's been said before, and it's a consistent thing. Sex sells. People dress the way they dress because they want to be looked at, because it draws people in. No different than fucking divas in the fucking early 2000s or women in the fucking 90s in wrestling. You know, you dress a certain way. And again, this isn't to defend whatever the fuck Willie said. It's not. This is to defend what I said in response to what we talked about. So whatever Willie said, not even discussing it because I don't know what was said. But there's truth to the fact that I think the roller derby girls dress what they do because they want to look sexy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I was at IPW. They were there. Very attractive. 100%. And I think that's what they were going for.
Well, I guess so. I mean, but nonetheless, I do apologize for that last week. Sorry you took the shit for it, Travis. It'll probably happen again more and more because, well, shit happens, right?
Yeah. I just think they're all bummed out now because they're going to be when they listen to this. They're going to be bummed out because they couldn't fucking blame this on me.
I know, for once, right? You can't be blamed.
Right? For once it wasn't me. And they're going to be pissed too. I know she's like, oh man, I really wanted it to fucking be him. But now it's you. It's you, Nubsters. Guys, this episode of Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, is brought to you by CarterComics.com. The one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has it all. Go to their website, fill up your cart with all their amazing products. Use the discount code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET. You'll save yourself 10% in your entire order. Not just at their website, but also on 4 different eBay accounts that they have. Go to CarterComics.com's homepage. Scroll to the bottom. You'll find the 4 links that are 4 pages. Go there, bid, buy outright. You could use the discount code on eBay as well, and it'll save you 10% in your entire order. Whether it be eBay or the website, CarterComics.com is there to help you, and we're there to give you a discount of 10% with the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET.
You are rhyming, by the way, with that little line.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I love the line, and I want to use it as often as possible, so I'm going to mention it every single week because I think it's a killer fucking rhyme.
I caught on to it on your recent episode of this freaking show. So.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for being a listener. I appreciate that.
Which everyone should listen to that show as well. They talk about everything else that isn't wrestling, and I'm actually learning stuff.
Well, thanks, man. It's it's the real Travis over there talking about real shit. Talking about my life, stuff outside of wrestling. So it's good. I have fun doing it. You know, it's all part of FreakNet Studios, this network that we're building here, and maybe one day I'll have you on.
I like that segment. Get your shit together.
Get your shit together? Yeah. I can say that about a lot of people here in the wrestling business.
Oh God, like that story I fucking told you before we went on air, man.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, get your shit together. But obviously now that I'm getting more brought into the wrestling business, I got my P's and Q's and watch what I say because who knows I'll be working with one day. So
apparently I got to do that too. Apparently I got to watch who I talk to about things.
Yeah. DTA, Austin got it right.
Yep, don't trust anybody. And if you think I'm talking about you, you got a guilty conscience. That's all I'm saying.
If you think he's talking about you, it's because he is.
Don't be guilty.
What we got to talk about? What are we talking about tonight?
We got some indie stuff. TWA, ARW had a show. CSW had their debut on IWTV Live. Wrestle League happened. We got SCW coming up. Outside that news, I gotta get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
WWE getting sold to who?
I know it ain't gonna be Saudi Arabia. I mean, I love how those are. Honestly, I think it's gonna end up being either Fox or Disney. I think it's gonna be one of those big two. I don't see Saudi Arabia buying it out. I don't see a merger with AEW, but I know Fox is having issues with WWE as far as their return for SmackDown isn't what they're expecting it to be. But fucking Disney buys everything, and I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Disney owns WWE. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if at the next WrestleMania we see, fucking, The Miz and Pluto, or whatever that fucking guy's name is, taking on, fucking Logan Paul and Popeye.
I mean, they got everything else. Why not? I mean, Disney Plus, can you imagine having to watch Extreme Rules on Disney Plus?
God, I think they get rid of that shit in a heartbeat too.
I mean, the shit would probably look better on there than on Peacock, though. So
I don't know what's been going on with Peacock, but every time I try to watch it on my PS5, it shuts out.
Yeah, I only watch it on the Comcast. I'm not gonna pay an extra fucking whatever on my PlayStation or my phone when I got it on Comcast. If I find the time to watch something, I'll just watch it. Otherwise, I don't care anymore.
I gotcha. Let's go through some results.
All right, we got some indie talk. Turtle Indie Talk. All right, I'm gonna go out of order a little bit.
Whoa.
Well, normally I would go, say 2 shows happen on Friday.
Yeah.
I'll do those shows, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do a Friday show, a Saturday show, another Saturday show, and then back to Friday. Because I'm fucking weird.
It's your tip, bro.
That's right. It's my tip.
It's your tit. I'm just here suckling off of it.
And it's my notes.
That's true.
Oh, and by the way, I'm going to say this again to Cactus Rack. Thanks for the shot at me when you said you were going to be taking notes. Love you, though. You're my homie. Remember that. All right. So Friday, DWA Dynamic Wrestling Alliance had a show at North and Maples, formerly known as Side Street in Tinley Park. Looked like they had a good card. So let's see here. We got the Mayan Molar defeated Danger Mask. Youth Gone Wild defeated the CSI guys. A newcomer that I'd never heard of before. And I hope I don't fuck it up, but this is exactly how it was written. CMOS Dave defeated Isaiah Moore.
CMOS?
Yeah. CMOS Dave.
CMOS. How's it spelled?
SEAMOSS.
Okay. I thought you were just pronouncing Seamus wrong.
No. I mean, it could be wrong. I mean, it could be that, but I'm going by what was handed to me.
Yeah. Is this from BJ Porter?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to BJ.
Yeah, getting his shit in.
Yeah.
Getting his shit. The family had a little bit of a segment, and it turns out they have a new prospect. Can you guess who that prospect is?
I know who it is. I don't gotta guess. I know who it is.
Well,
I got Facebook, bro. I can see Muggsy James wearing that prospect fucking shirt.
that's right, everybody. Muggsy James is the new prospect of the family. And guess what? He defeated Rockin' Rivera and Joey Dalton in a triple threat match.
Good for him. I'm a huge fan of Muggsy James. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I've only seen him wrestle once, so I'm not a fan of him because of his in-ring ability. There's just something about the kid that just makes you want to fucking, like, watch his career.
Oh, yeah.
He's an awesome fucking dude. I know it's not the last time we're going to talk about him. I think he was at Wrestle League. So,
yep, he was.
Yeah. So, I think he's going to be a good addition to the family. Nothing against the guy who replaced Ivan.
J City.
Yeah, J City. Nothing against him. But Muggsy's a young guy. You know, they had Jake Andrews for a bit. I believe he's been out on injury for a while and everything. So
his ass got married.
Saw that too. Staying there in the middle of a fucking beach.
Sucker. No, good for him. Glad he's doing well. Miss him. He's actually great in-ring talent. Maybe someday he'll come back. Where am I at here? Drinking class. Jay Cross and Jack Carpenter took on Scumbag Army of Max, Holiday, and BLW. Drinking class takes the win. I want to say it's an upset. I mean, come on, Max Holiday, the greatest POW heavyweight champion of all time. And BLW, who's a monster. Can't count Jay Cross and Carpenter out, though. They're sneaky, drunken bastards, so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hear much from Carpenter outside of Northern Lights, but, I mean, to pick up a victory against a guy like BOW, a guy like Holiday and everything, that's one you talk about. That's one you will, like, mention to, the next guys. Like, see that guy over there? See the former 3-time most longest reigned heavyweight fucking champion of Southland Championship Wrestling? Beat that guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Paulie Tomaselli defeated Nick Cutler. And then they had a battle royal, and the winner was Corey Cash Money.
Never heard of him.
No, me either. But hey, good for him on winning that battle royal. I came close to winning once.
I believe it. That's the one thing. Like I wish I could make it to more. I need to make more DWA shows. But I like DWA shows because they have talent that I've never really ever heard of or seen. And it's always kind of cool to see somebody new and different. And it seems like every time DWA puts on a show, there's always somebody I've never knew of that I get to see them wrestle. Okay, that's a pretty cool dude. And then I get to look them up, see where else they're wrestling and shit like that. And say, okay, awesome. So this guy's been around a while. This guy's fairly new, and shit like that. So.
As far as I know, March 10th is their next show at the same venue, North End Maple in Tinley Park. All right, we are going to move into the next night as ARW had their show. CMOS took on Wade Evans of the Workhorses.
Oh, your buddies. Your fucking buddy.
I wish I made it because I would have been a very happy man. Because not only did Wade Evans lose, but the family defeated the other 2 Workhorses.
Oh, that was a tournament match for the championship, correct?
Yeah, another tag team tournament matchup, and the family advanced.
You followed You follow ARW pretty well.
I try to, as much as I can.
When was the last time they had a tag team?
Like, tag team
Champion.
championships?
Yeah.
I don't, maybe before the world went to shit.
I'm wondering if who was it? The modern day sharpshooters?
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I'm wondering if they were the last, like, official ARW tag team champion. I mean, granted, that was, we're talking about almost like 2.5, maybe even 3 years ago.
Pre-pandemic.
They had to have tag team champions since then, but maybe they haven't. Because they don't even have a women's champion right now either.
They changed it to the intergender championship, which is, I believe, currently still held by Melanie Cruz.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna guess modern day sharpshooters, James Creed and Max Blaylock were the last ARW tag team champions.
Yeah, I believe, they would have been an up-and-coming tag team. They had a bright future as a tag team, but apparently one of them...
is a Jannetty.
Yeah, he's the Jannetty.
There's always a Jannetty, bro.
Yep. I mean, he took a contract for some company, and we don't hear nothing about him. We hear stuff about James Creed all the time.
True that. We're going to hear about James Creed in this show.
Yes, we are, because he did something good. Joey Boom Boom and Judas had their little drama again, and it looks as if Joey Boom Boom will be taking on Judas next month. I don't have all details for that. I'm hoping ARW puts up the video for it soon. Maybe I'll touch up on that next week, because there has been a lot of drama with some other guy wanting full control of the company. And Judas is involved with the Horde. I would like to know who's under those masks someday. Although
you ever tried
they need the mask. Why would I want to ask a bunch of Why would I ask them? I mean,
maybe they'll tell you.
I doubt it.
Like, hey, what's your face look like?
I don't think I want to know.
You don't want to be disappointed?
Yeah, I'm already disappointed as it is. Nick Cutler retained his championship by defeating the Ice Pick Vic Capri.
I'm sure that was a really good match. I've never seen Vic Capri compete in person, but I've seen some of his matches. Dude could fucking go, and we know Cutler can too.
Oh yeah.
So I bet that was a really good show. I hope that one gets posted up on YouTube so I can watch it.
Yeah. I mean, they were in the same group for a little while at CSW, but I think once that Capri got hurt and that whole group disbanded.
Is that back when Cutler was coming out to Katy Perry's Dark Horse?
I don't know. I don't remember.
There's no going back.
And now, speaking of a modern day sharpshooter, the only sharpshooter at this point.
Yeah.
James Creed wins the Rumble.
I already fucking went the distance, brother.
Yeah, he did. From what I heard, did he come out to number one, or was he just in there a long time?
I know he. Excuse me, hold on a second. I got a cough. It's good.
There goes Travis T coughing up a storm.
I'm slowly dying.
During my segment.
I don't know what it is. I don't. He was in the match for over an hour. He came out in the top 5. It was 2 or 4. I don't know. You gotta keep talking though. I got a cough.
You would think he was You think Travis T was smoking a bong or something? The way he
Dude, I don't know what it is. A side note from wrestling. Whenever I get coughing fits like this, if I go and smoke, it fucking goes away. I should have smoked before we recorded.
Yeah, there he goes again.
Slowly dying. Yeah, I think he was in the ring for over an hour. I want to say he entered number 2, but for some reason number 4 is also sticking in my head. So I know he came out within the top 5 because it was like a legit Royal Rumble. 2 people start out, countdowns, people enter and shit. So it wasn't like everyone's out at once. But no, he was a dentist. He went the distance. He went to the dentist, got a root canal, came back now. He went the distance, and I think that was a number one contendership, Royal Rumble for a future championship against the guy who became champion after cashing in his golden ticket against Creed, who beat Ivan for that title.
Whoa.
Because we can't forget that Creed is a former ARW heavyweight champion, even though it was only for 4 minutes, which is, the shortest reign as ARW champion, the exact opposite of Max Holliday's SCW run. But Keller has that belt because he did take it from Creed after cashing in that golden ticket.
Mm. Interesting.
Funny how shit comes full circle.
Yeah. Let's not sleep on this one since you mentioned the golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has the golden ticket right now who is absent at this very moment doing other things.
The Diamond guy?
Nick Diamond. So we got to keep an eye out for him. Yep, keep an eye out on him. Don't sleep on him. Don't forget he's out there. He's undeniable. Not the undeniable.
He wishes.
I don't know which is worse. I mean, sorry, didn't mean to say that. I don't want to get fired now. Anyway, so, ARW.
He's just going to take... I don't get it, man. Dude gives you a fucking title opportunity just like a week or so ago, and this is how you act.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you're having a attitude towards his friends.
I have a attitude towards his friends, I do, because they're doing things that deserve a attitude. Sorry, 4-on-1? You're kidding me.
It's 4-on-1.
It was 4-on-1. It was 4-on-1.
Yeah.
Aaron Stone didn't deserve that.
Maybe he's just trying to help Aaron Stone, achieve his potential. Maybe he believes, Stone could take everyone at once. I mean, I think it was proof enough in that match that he booked for the next RPW show.
Hey, he's got him in another handicap match.
It's technically not a handicap match. It's technically a 6-man tag.
Yeah, sure.
He's given Stone an opportunity to find 2 partners for that match. I mean, I think that's pretty respectful.
I'm sure there's a catch.
No, he just said flat out, find 2 guys, 6-man tag. I mean, why the hell not? I'm sure Stone has plenty of friends in the back who's willing to help him out.
Yeah.
I hear there's a new tag team over there called like Yes Coast or something.
No, yeah, sure.
Shit, fucking Koa showed up over there. Maybe fucking Koa will step out.
You just never know.
Fucking do some Hawaiian hitman fucking bullshit. Maybe a leapfrog or something. One of his 4 moves.
Oh, boy.
I say it with love, kinda.
Yeah. As I was gonna say, ARW returns February 11th for their next show. Hopefully I can make that one. Life happens, and it kicks you in the butt sometimes.
Right.
All right. We're going to stay on the same night and go to Wrestle League.
Excellent.
So, Wrestle League had a show at the Homewood Auditorium. Bugs Moran defeated Drake Dixon. Koda Hernandez with Motivation Mike defeated Kid Lat. There's going to be a rematch at their anniversary show between these guys. And if Kid Lat loses, he has to walk away from wrestling. If Lat wins, he gets Motivation Mike, with one arm tied behind his back.
It's a pretty strong stipulation there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Don Capri took on Muggsy James and JBJ. Don Capri got the win.
Who gave you these show notes?
This one was from Steve.
Nice. So like paragraphs of fucking notes, and you're just cutting it through?
No, actually, I was the one that added a little bit to it, I think. Or I took what he said. I took what he said, and I just took bullet points. But yeah, in a way, because paragraph. But you know what? I actually understood it this time.
Right, all that detail. Mm.
Details are important.
Who gave you ARWs? Is that BJ too?
Yeah.
Fucking BJ. What an MVP.
Scholar. He's a scholar.
Right? If he wasn't such a stupid ass, I'd like him.
Hey, he's not that stupid. I know.
Listen, dude. You're fine with me, but when you start sitting on my lap or touching my nachos, instantly a stupid ass. I got certain boundaries that I don't allow people to fucking enter and do fucking. Enter.
Yeah, you don't take another man's nachos.
No, you don't. I'm not fucking Santa. I may be built like him, but I'm not fucking Santa. God. Good fucking kid. Just needs to stop touching me.
Speaking of Santa, I'm going to use his name instead of this name because I just don't want to say this guy's name because I don't like him in real life. Yes, as unprofessional as that may be, he doesn't deserve to have his name said on my show, on our show.
But people are going to know who you're talking about.
Well, good. I just won't say his name. So I'm going to use Santa instead. Because that's just, I'm not going to make up another name. So Santa defeated Jungle Julian. As he should, because he's Santa Claus.
As he should.
Some will understand why I won't say his name. And, I mean, okay, if we're at a show, it's one thing. I can work with people. I'll be professional. But if there's an opportunity where I don't have to mention the dude's name, I'm not going to mention his name. Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it. Shogun Chris Logan defeated EJ Swanson. The Bro Bros and the Wrench defeated the ARC.
Yeah, what is C-Red's issue with the Bro Bros? They're fucking delightful.
I don't know. C-Red's kind of angry lately.
So sad.
Mm-hmm. And I heard C-Red got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Can't wait for
it. Might have been by the Wrench. I'm not sure though. I mean, I could see it, a wrench knocking you out. So,
God, I can't.
Have you ever been hit by a wrench?
No, but I'm excited to hear Steve and C-Red's response to what you just said tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I already know what C-Red's going to say.
Right, also, I can just see it now. Just fucking Steve sitting there with his glasses and just being like, C-Red, did you catch Just Freaking Wrestling this week? Well, if you haven't, let me enlighten you on what was said. Turtle, longtime friend of the show, co-host to Just Freaking Wrestling, sidekick to Travesty, said you got knocked the fuck out at Wrestle League. How close was that?
Yeah,
right,
pretty close.
Right. Right? I love Steve, but dude just needs to get to the fucking point. Right? I love how he has to describe and detail who people are to people who already know who people are. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and real quick, shout out to fucking Max Holiday for loving my FedEx joke from last episode.
That was good.
A lot of pride came into that one, and the fact that it was acknowledged by one of my favorite wrestlers, fucking 3-time longest reigning former SCW heavyweight champion and current POW champion, fucking Max Holiday. Thanks, bud. That felt good. That's how you know you made it. We get the wrestlers, responding, which is what I want. If everybody was like Max Holiday, I'd always be fucking happy.
Hell yeah.
Right?
And you know what the best part about it? Max Holiday doesn't have to fuck himself.
No, because Max Holiday listens to this show. I assume that he listens to this show just so I don't have to tell him to go fuck himself. Because that's the relationship we have. Couple cool fucking dudes. I'd like to have a beer with him one day. No, maybe not a beer. I'd like to have a seltzer with him. I'm trying to fucking watch my figure and lose some weight, so.
Good for you. All right. Jack Jordan became the new proven champion as he defeated Jesus DeSafio.
Knows.
Hot Rod Daddy Andy and Russell Alltime. Guess he's still sticking with that name. So I think we're about a month now.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah,
breaking a record. They went to a draw. It was only after that the locker room emptied out. So I'm going to assume that they were still fighting. Why would the locker room come out?
Mm-hmm.
And then a match was set up. It will be Shaq Jordan versus Jesus versus Hot Rod versus Russell at their anniversary show in March in a ladder match for the proven title. So, fatal 4-way ladder match.
Interesting. It's gotta suck for the champ there having his first title defense, a ladder match.
Yep.
But hey, it just proves, as the championship is named, what kind of champion you're going to be.
Yep. And the title speaks for itself. It's the proven title, so you got to prove yourself.
Right. Look at fucking Nubby go, repeating exactly what I just said.
But I went more detailed about it.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Steve. God. Real fucking aren't you? Errant. How do you pronounce it?
Errand.
So is the T silent?
I assume. But I'm going to still call him Arnett anyway, because it's just funny.
Right. Like David?
No, that's Arquette.
That's all the same.
So in the main event, it was Wrestle League champion Quinn Whittock against Joey Dalton. Quinn Whittock retained his championship. When Quinn, after the match, was about to do the fireball into Joey's face, the Ewok came out to make the save.
Wait, hold on. Is it the fireball the finishing move or a legit fireball?
Like the fireball, you know.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like fire. Ewok was about to beat the living crap out of Quinn, Joey turns on Ewok and aligns himself with Quinn. So now it'll be Quinn against the Ewok in March at the anniversary show.
For the championship?
I assume. Can only assume.
Should be.
If not, they're not doing their job at headquarters making these matches and making sure titles get defended.
All right. Well, if they need booking ideas, I know a guy. They
don't have the GM, so they may need one.
Well, if they need a GM, I know a guy.
I know a guy too. All right. So, let's get into some CSW stuff.
Perfect.
I'm going to attempt, in fact, let me get this pulled up here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't for sure if I was going to attempt it or not, but when we get to a certain segment, I would like to play it.
Certain segment. We're in the segment.
Where in the segment?
No, this is tit time. This is the segment.
But there's a segment within the segment.
Oh, look at fucking Nubby. Fucking making changes.
Well, because I think it needs to be played. But hopefully the background noise of the video won't interfere with anything. So we're going to make an experiment here on the fly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how you do.
All right. So let's get into it. CSW had a show, and they were live on IWTV Live. So if you want to watch the show, go to IWTV Live, and it's there. It's a great show.
How much is IWTV, Nubby?
$10 a month, or there's a annual fee once a year. I don't remember that one, but I do the $10. I actually had to resubscribe just so I can watch the show.
And it's it's pretty much like a Netflix or a Disney Plus. It's just loaded with indie content. You know, it's not just watching what's live now, but what's been out there. Yeah, so that's awesome.
I mean, I mentioned it last week. I'm on there. Not just on this show, but I was on the IWA Mid-South 500 show back in 2007 or 2008, one of the two, and I actually watched it.
They don't got Elite Pros on there?
They have one Elite Pro. It was IWA versus Elite Pro on there, but none of the other Elite Pro stuff. Because Smart Mark Video was the one that took that videotaped the show, so that's how it got on there.
I think I have that DVD. I have a few fucking Elite Pro DVDs. I got the one that has the tag team dog collar match on it. Team War versus the Tomasellis.
I remember that.
Where you could see me doing the floor cam. Fucking long hair, stud, fucking getting ready to fucking become a pro wrestler and throw it all away for a job at Sears. Oh, God. You know, if I committed to, if I stuck with that, if I honestly stuck with it, I still could be wrestling right now with what, fucking 14, 15 years of experience?
Yeah. And they can't say shit about it. About your experience.
Right? I could have been a fucking veteran in this fucking business of 15 goddamn years, man. If I just stuck with it, I think I would have been great. I could have been fucking awesome. I could have had matches with fucking Holiday, Hunter Payne. I could have been, working with fucking James Creed, getting him to the next fucking level. Wrestling JPH. I could have been on Team SCW taking on POW. Oh, man. All the would-haves, Yeah.
Yeah, the woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
But let's not forget, I'm only 33 years old, and DDP didn't start until he was 35.
Yeah. And I'm going to be 38 this year, and I've had about 5 restarts. So anything's possible.
Hell yeah. Well, you got 19 years in the business.
Yeah, in the business.
Not 20. Not 20.
But, I wish I hadn't fucked up after Elite Pro closed. I should have just told my job to get fucked and went to POW when I had the chance, but well, anyways, so
look at you now, man. You're working fucking CSW, SCW, Rocket Pro, IPW. You're fucking there, man.
But I'm not physically on that level where I should have been, but I'm still here. I guess
it's not over yet, man. It's not over yet. Keep this in mind, bro. Look at the fucking wrestling business right now. Look at the indie fucking business of Illinois right now. And look at the guys who are still in the fucking ring wrestling. Who's older, you or C-Red?
C-Red.
Who's older, you or Blaze?
Blaze.
You or Hunter?
Hunter.
You or Anthony? Marco?
Marco.
Sheik. Bane X. Boz. Dude, I mean,
they're all,
yeah, all these dudes are fucking older than you by 5, 10 fucking years. Some probably even a little bit more. You got so much fucking time still, man. And you're doing both sides of it. And granted, it sucks that you're not getting more wrestling time in, but IPW books you as a fucking wrestler. Rocket Pro's booking you as a fucking wrestler. You got it, man. You get the pops. People know you. That's what this business is about, man. It's not about getting into the ring and fucking wrestling. No, it's about getting your name out there and getting a fucking fan base. Fucking live it up, bro.
I'm living. Just sometimes I look back and I'm like,
do you think I would have brought you on this show if you had no fucking name to you? Hell no, man. I'm trying to suck your popularity into this fucking show. Oh, I'm just kidding. Actually, I want you on the show because I love talking to you. But no, dude, I get it. I get the struggle of, if you was stay consistent. But the thing is, you're doing it now. You just keep pushing through. You don't. There's no reason to stop. Just keep fucking going. Yep. You're gonna get there. But dude, you were a former kind of champion. You're good. You're Nubby Jones. You're fucking Nubby Jones.
I've had 3 titles in my career,
yeah,
and I've only defended one of them properly.
Oh.
I've never had the opportunity to actually be a champion. The Battle Royal Championship was cool. I enjoyed it, but having a singles title or even a tag team title, mm-hmm. I didn't get to enjoy my singles titles.
So win a fucking singles title. I'll talk to Dave. I'll send a message to Damien right now. Got you, bud.
Yeah.
Got you, bud.
Well, actually, you might want to hold that thought and take a look at their website. See where I'm at right on there before you get to send a message.
I'll hold off.
Because even if he only announced a few matches, I already took a peek at something. Ooh. Well, everyone has access to it anyways, but I guess it's not official until he makes it official himself by, doing what he just did by naming the matches. Mm-hmm. Speaking of matches, we got some matches to talk about. CSW had a show again. They were on IWTV. Go check it out. A match that did not make it on the show or on the live because pre-show. Stu Montgomery defeated Eddie the Bruiser Cruz via basically I want to say a pass out. Eddie passed out. And it was a weird match. Doom came out with a wheel and the choice was and I can't say the fucking word right in my
a wheel? Wait, it's
the wheel of choices. Wheel of choices.
Oh, I thought dude fucking popped a tire off of a bicycle or something.
No.
Gotcha. I'm on board now.
Yeah, either way, they came out to where it was not a pin match. Like, can't pin him. You can't even make him tap out. He has to pass out. I just don't remember the word that was actually used. I forgot who won the Battle Royal. I must have zoned out. Usually happens that way. I zone out a lot when I'm repping. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't rep it.
I zone out when I rep. Come on.
I caught myself doing it in one of the matches at CSW. I'm like, fuck, pay attention. All right, first match on the card. Joey Avalon defeated Dogface Bastard, Chris Miller, CJ Esparza, and Heather Reckless in a 5-way scramble. The Dogface Bastard and Chris Miller actually fought a way out of the match out into the parking lot. God knows where they went after that. I wonder if they're still fighting right now. So yeah, Julie Avalon takes the win on that. Heather Reckless came out with a neck brace, but she still fought her ass off, so there's that. And she was the last one to leave the ring, too. She did get a bit of a standing ovation for what she did, so she's holding her own against giant dudes.
That's awesome. That's what the wrestling business is, man. Building tough women.
Mm-hmm. Marco Anthony and Sean Mulligan defeated Beautiful Johnson. As in Ryan Matthews and Jax Johnson. And no, that's not their real tag name. Steve said it on commentary, so I decided to use it.
That is a good one, though. That is funny.
Conan Lycan defeated Cody James in what was a very, I want to say, as Nick Swink would say, a hoss battle. Marshe Rocket, Adam Stallion, and Joey Mayberry, which is an odd tag team. Which Joey Mayberry was actually part of Team Babushka. They defeated Solomon Tupu, Eric Schultz, and Riley Rose. It seems as if Joey Mayberry is now changed his attitude a bit. He is now a fan favorite.
You know, fans, I don't want to say they're fickle, but I can't think of a better word. I think they always have the ability to find the true person inside a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think a lot, especially nowadays, I don't think wrestlers are able to kind of like, you know, get one over on the fans like they used to back in the day. Like, if you're a complete piece of shit coming out there to try to get like an ovation stuff, they're going to kind of call you on your bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, you know, like if you're a good fucking guy, but if you're trying to have some kind of edge to you, they're also going to notice that too.
Yeah.
And, you know, fans probably see something in him that, you know, hell, maybe even he didn't see it. It's like, shit, maybe I ain't that bad of a fucking guy.
Mm-hmm. After that match, TJ Steele came out. Now this is going to be where I'm going to attempt to play something.
Oh,
and hopefully it doesn't sound bad. If it sounds bad, just cut it. Tell me to cut it. And I'll explain.
We're committed to this now.
But
you know who I would love to tell me if this is bad or not?
Who?
Our listeners. So Nubby's about to play a recording for you guys. And if it sounds like shit, please let him know on our social media. Go to Facebook at Just Freak of Wrestling Podcast or JFW Podcast, where Nubby releases and shows this post. Let him know that he fucked up the entire show with this or not. I'm not saying it, but maybe our fans will.
To put some context to the video.
No context whatsoever. I just want you to play the video.
Okay, fine. We're going to play a video, and then I'll explain after.
If I don't understand, you can explain it after.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt this, guys. I got something on my heart that I need to talk about. TJ, we've been talking. We've got big business for you tonight. You haven't answered my calls in a month. Where have you been? We got to... Steve, you were my friend. Came to give you this morning. If you interrupt me again, I'm going to keep your teeth down your goddamn throat. Now, when you started a few years ago, and I helped you get this job, this video job, and I asked you what it would take for me to get a heavyweight title match, and you said, get out from under the shadow of your big pro boss. So I went solo last year. And in 2022, I was undefeated in singles competition. I beat ex-heavyweight champions. And I even won a #1 contenders match against Brandon Matthews after being tased twice. Did I get my heavyweight title match? I got some sick joke. Gave it to my brother-in-law, Steve Boss, just to stick it to me. After I see 2 years how you've been a GM here, I realized the unfinished business is the direction of this company. So I'm here to say to you, I'm not asking you. I'm not begging you. I'm threatening you. This year, and like the others, stop holding down the people in that locker room that deserve a chance to rise.
Rock bottom, man. Rock bottom.
It's not too late to start doing everything.
And that's the end of that.
So I caught most of that, but the ending was a little inaudible.
Yeah, because, the fans are yelling and everything.
Yeah, how dare they? How dare they fucking make a reaction? Anyways, okay, so go ahead, give that some context.
So, basically what TJ Steele's saying is, he went on a singles run, and he was given a number one contenders match, and he rightfully won it, but he has not had a title shot since.
Okay. How long ago was the number one contendership match?
It was last year. I want to say maybe in the spring or the summer. I don't remember exactly what show, but he had that I'm Ugly match with Ryan Matthews, and he was tased quite a few times, but he won, and he was supposed to be number one contender.
Yeah.
But Steve never gave him the title shot, and I completely forgot about it. So maybe Steve forgot. I don't know.
Steve
but
was
I kind of get it.
Steve was the GM that booked the number one contendership match?
Yeah.
And Steve is still general manager.
Yes.
Steve.
I mean, I guess I get it. I get it, though, because I don't want to put myself in the situation.
Yeah.
But I was promised something at the end of 2019 when I was one of the first ones to hear about the GM spot that Steve was taking. Mm-hmm. And then when one company closed, I went to CSW full time, but I was hoping to wrestle.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. And GM Steve made a promise that if I just stay patient, it'll happen. And we only missed a few months technically during the pandemic, and still nothing. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and shit on him. I get it. It's not my place to say anything because I'm not the active wrestler in CSW. But TJ Steele is, and now I kind of understand and I kind of sympathize with him. Uh-huh. He earned a shot and never got it.
Yeah, I could, see, I'm trying to be a better me here in 2023. So the old travesty would be taking an opportunity to, stick it, give some jabs in at Steve for his incompetence as a general manager. But I can understand the situation he is in, being a general manager myself. You can't make everyone happy all the fucking time. And you could wish and hope that you could get everyone every opportunity that they're promised, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I mean, look what happened in the fall of last year. El Dorado came to me and asked for his rematch for the high voltage title, and I said, yes, let's do it. And all of a sudden, some contract conflicts came up, and it became a non-title. And I got booed by a fucking group of fucking dwarfs. It sucks. You get a responsibility, which, I mean, I gotta give Steve respect as a general manager. It is a big responsibility to do something like that. And it's sometimes it's hard to be seen as the good guy, even though you try to do your best.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens down the road.
True.
It's going to be an interesting year in CSW. Speaking of Boz, since it was mentioned, Steve Boz defended his Metro Division Championship and defeated Victor Nestra.
Nice.
Live on IWTV. I was the ref for that, by the way.
Nice. Is it the main event?
No.
Oh, names. Did you ref the main event?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it. The Hate Keepers, tag team champions, the Hate Keepers, defeated Big Mood. What we thought Big Mood won, but the foot was on the rope and the ref Dev caught it just after he made the 3 count. So he didn't need somebody to tell him that what had happened. He caught it just after and almost, rang the bell. But then the Hate Keepers cheated their way into a victory with their feet on the ropes as offense. Alpha Zeta Zeta were done commentary during that match. They're also handing out flyers to join for people to join their fraternity. No one wanted it. And Steve said they were so ridiculous that they'll never get a title shot ever. Good old ass. I mean, as. My bad. Your favorite and women's champion, Evil Sierra, with Joey Avalon, took on Bombshell Shelley with Eric Schultz. Sierra told Joey Avalon to leave. He went to the back, only to come back out later as Bombshell Shelley had the match won. She almost had it, but Joey Avalon distracted the referee. And it actually allowed Eric Schultz to get in the ring and try to hit Sierra with the briefcase, but he missed. Or no, he actually punched Bombshell Shelley. He didn't have the briefcase. So, he went to punch Sierra, but hit Shelley. And it allowed Sierra to get the win. After the match, Shelley and Schultz had some words. They were actually arguing, and Shelley pushed him. When she turned around, Schultz took his briefcase and whacked her in the back, and then whacked her in the face.
What a dick.
Yep. Joey Mayberry came out to make the save. He had Eric Schultz face to face. All of a sudden, Sky Blue came out. Nobody knew she was in the building. She came out and kicked Eric Schultz right in the face.
Nice. I like Sky Blue. CSW, the biggest reason I want to go is for the women's division. Because they have a really, really good one. Sky Blue's one I definitely want to see. I'd love to see Evil Sierra in person wrestle. Shelley Reckless, Bombshell. I know Nikki wrestles there from time to time. Like, that's the women's division I would love to see in Southland.
Hell yeah. So, after that, Joey, Sky, Shelley, Jillian, who's with Joey, they all took their bows and everything. And then later, Sky actually kicked Schultz again because he was trying to get his briefcase. Sky wouldn't let him, so she kicked him in the face again. All right, main event time. Axel Rico, the heavyweight champion, by disqualification, defeated Jacob Fatu. The DQ happened because the Hate Keepers came out and stomped all over Axel Rico. Surprisingly enough, they beat up Jacob Fatu in the process. In the meantime, Steve gets on the mic and, tells them to stop doing what they're doing, and he's tired of all the bullshit. So he suspended the Hate Keepers next month. After that, Axel and Fatu beat the shit out of the Hate Keepers. They actually challenged them to a fight right there and then. And Steve was actually going to lift the suspension already if they got in the ring and fought. But because they chose not to fight, Steve said, okay, they're still suspended.
Hey, he's just doing what general manager needs to do and, maintain order the best he can.
Yep. I don't fault him for that one.
Who gave you these notes? Is these your notes?
These are my notes because I was there.
Hey, I didn't know how busy you were being a referee and shit.
Well, funny thing is, I watched the show as I was taking these notes today.
Good man.
What?
Good fucking man.
Because I have the IWTV Live app on, not only on my phone, but I just put it on my Fire TV too. So I can watch it on the big screen.
Yeah, maybe I will get that.
It is worth it. They got good shit on there, and they do, like, a lot of places locally put their shit on there. Zawa, who is based in, I want to say Central Illinois maybe, they have their shit on there. They go live. A lot of people are live on there. So, it's only $10 a month. Can't beat that.
No, that ain't bad at all.
It ain't like Fight TV where you gotta pay, for everything, every pay-per-view, where on IWTV, one flat fee every month, and you get everything. You get me. So, there you go. That's worth the price of admission.
All right. You ain't wrong, bud. You ain't wrong. You're worth it.
All right. Next month, we're bringing in Camille, so that will be fun. Talk about hyping up the women's division. So
that's awesome.
All right. That's the end of results. We have one show to talk about this week coming up.
Perfect.
SCW.
Yeah. Fucking this Saturday, man. Kicking off 2023 in Shabazz, Illinois.
With Winter Warfare.
Winter Warfare. You got the notes in front of you, man. I got nothing to add. I'm just going to respond to what you're saying.
Oh, I'm an idiot. You know what? I'm an idiot.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what'd you do?
I forgot to add the information about tickets and stuff.
I mean, the tickets are $15.
That's right.
Yeah, $15 at the door. You can buy them pre-sale for $15 at Fit Body U, Fit Body U, Pace Setters, other places. I don't know.
What's the address?
Oh, fucking no. Just Google Shabazz Civic Center. It's the only Shabazz Civic Center. Yeah, I don't know. It's in Shabazz. It's Shabazz. Just Google Shabazz Civic Center. You'll be fine. Or just look at the poster that's shared on Facebook page, Just for Wrestling's podcast Facebook page.
That's right. I mean, they'll have time on there, which is doors open at 6:30 p.m. and bell time at 7 p.m.
Bell time at 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Stacked card. Stacked fucking card. I believe, I think 8 matches.
8 matches so far.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe more.
Yeah. There's always something else that could happen.
Yep. It could also change.
Card subject to change.
The greatest thing to ever put on a flyer.
My favorite asterisk.
Because it's true, it can change at any time, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
At the last second.
Yeah. Or you get those assholes. I'm not naming names, or I'm not saying that I've ever experienced it, but like when you get like certain like promoters who are like, come see Road Warrior Animal tonight at this fucking show. And then they're like, oh, sorry, he couldn't make it, but don't worry, we still have a packed house. And he was never really going to make it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of it happening. Never seen it truly happen with me, but I've heard it's happened. So.
Yep.
But
all right.
Match card.
Let's get into the card.
Yeah, fucking some of this card. Stacked card.
Yeah. I guess we'll start with Eric Schultz, your favorite attorney.
Fucking Mr. Suspenders himself.
He'll be taking on Santana Starks.
Yeah. I kind of... It was a good debut for Schultz. And this is kind of round 2 from that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Koa Laxamana will be in a triple threat match against Kazile and Mason Perks.
Yeah, I know one of the biggest things that comes out of booking Koa on the show. And like I said, you know, I've helped. I became an assistant booker at Southland Championship Wrestling. That's a shoot, folks. I now help in booking people in matches, so I'm excited for that. But the one thing that is an issue when it comes to booking Koa is you gotta think, like, how can you top the last time? Last time he faced fucking Metalhead in a tables match. How the fuck do you one up that? Well, put him in a triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And
cuts his chance of winning from 50% to 33%.
And he knows Kazile really well.
Yeah. So this is almost like kind of like a rematch of Pow's one-on-one, but also at the same time they did face each other in the ladder match of WrestleTopia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Koa took him through a table. Yeah,
and then you include Mason Perks in that whole scenario, a young talent also from POW. Looking to, make a name for himself and grow into this business. So, yeah, Koa's he's no stranger to the company. He's been around since the 90s. Just recently made a return to the ring in Southland. So he can definitely show Perks a thing or two, but at the same time, he's going to give Koa a challenge, either on both the nutty side of Kazile, but also the quickness and athleticism of Perks.
Yep. This could lead to future title matches?
Oh, I believe so, yeah. I mean, you're always looking for the next guy to face your champions and stuff. So, I mean, this could open up doors to a Genesis Championship match, could open up doors to a Southland Heavyweight Championship match, and yeah, I mean, there's always opportunities for that. Maybe High Voltage. Maybe.
If it ever gets defended.
Yeah, if I ever book me hooks. I got that poll now, man. I GM High Voltage, and I book SCW shows, man. I can make Mick Hooks defend that fucking thing every month.
And yet, he's not on the card for this show.
It's a process. It's a process, man.
Speaking of titles, the Genesis title is on the line. As Sean Mulligan, the champion, will be taking on Chris Miller.
Yeah, which I don't recall if they've ever had a match in Southland Championship Wrestling between the two of them.
They've never wrestled each other at all. I have spoken to Chris Miller recently because I still have dealings with Metalhead paper-wise at another company, even though I haven't been there in a long time, and they are cousins. Chris Miller and Metalhead are cousins, and me and Chris Miller were talking like we were normal human beings, even though I don't like the guy.
He's a great guy, though. Fucking Miller time, bro.
When he found out he was facing Sean Mulligan, he was actually excited, not only to get a title shot, but because he's never wrestled Sean Mulligan ever.
He's the kind of guy who could definitely take that title away from Mulligan. Mulligan had a lot of competition over his title reign over the last year, and this could be the one that could maybe end that run that he's on.
Chris Miller is known to ending things. He's ended careers. He does call himself the career killer.
Yeah.
So he could end Sean Mulligan's career and title reign.
Mm-hmm. So
that should be a fun matchup. Nikki Nix will be taking on the debut Leslie LaMonica.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I've been big on getting Leslie over to Southland for, I want to say, for the better part of a couple months now. I know, like, I think the first time I saw her was at Northern Lights, or at least a video of her wrestling at Northern Lights. Talked to you about her from time to time and everything, and looked up some old matches of hers, and I was like, this is somebody I definitely want to see in Southland Championship Wrestling, obviously. And like I said, I'm big on growing the women's division in Southland, and I'm hoping that this is the first of many bookings for her in this company. I think Nikki Nix is a good proving point for her on how she'd be able to handle herself with the competition that Southland has to offer.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Sure. Another women's match, as the women's title is on the line, as Renee Van Peebles will be taking on former champion Angel.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen them wrestle each other before, but never have seen Renee Van Peebles defend her title against Angel in SCW.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, she just won the match in the last show for SCW, and obviously going up against Angel is a very tough first title defense for her, but she's tough. I saw her kick your ass and that old dude's at IPW. She can definitely hold her own, so.
Even
if you sucker punched her, you cheap shot her.
It was a forearm.
Yeah. You attacked her when she wasn't looking.
She was in my face. How was she not looking?
You went at her like Ike Turner.
She was in my face and hit me. So how am I blindsiding her?
Right. Good defense. The only reason I hit her is because she hit me first. Good call, bro.
Well, it's true.
No, way to go.
She did hit me first.
Way to go. Yeah.
Just stating facts. I'm all about facts. I don't talk shit.
But officer, I just gave her a forearm shot, I swear.
I don't talk shit, though. I just state facts. I'm a fact guy.
Right. I get it.
Fat. I'm not, well, I'm fat too, but I speak facts. These two have a long history when it comes to championships anyway. I actually repped a few of their matches back in PCW when they were battling for the PCW Women's Championship. So this is going to be interesting now that it's later on in their careers, and when this women's title's on the line too. So
yeah, not only that, there's a connection, kind of like an ARC connection too.
You know, there is.
Yeah.
It is funny because Angel's husband used to be an ARC member. In fact, he was the one that started the ARC.
From my understanding, once ARC, always ARC, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
So this could be a conflict of interest in the bedroom.
Ow!
Whoops. I don't apologize for that one. I'm going to skip that one. Let's go to here. Top Shelf and Odinson.
Yeah.
Which is Price and Eldorado. Top Shelf will be taking on Punitive Damages, which is Chic, VIP, and Dipshit Esquire. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we know, we were supposed to see, Odinson take on the Sheik last month. Unfortunately, from an attack by Punitive Damages on Eric, we weren't able to see that. But it looks like Eric did find himself some friends to help take him out.
It's true. This should be a hard-hitting matchup, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you got a Viking and two fucking behemoths against, side B of a shitty record.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't won a match in ever. I mean, I don't know. I think Sheik is a former champion. So
Schultz won.
Matches.
Schultz did win.
Schultz is not in this matchup, so that's irrelevant at this time.
Hey, it's still part of the team.
Yeah. But still, Sheik is the only one that win matches.
Yeah.
That out of the three. So.
Yeah. In the defense of the lawyer, though, he did only have one match so far.
2 matches.
Oh, yeah, the one at POW.
Yeah. He lost that one.
That doesn't surprise me. He took on IPA.
Yeah, one of them's your champion.
That's right.
Who's still not defending it.
God, he's a good guy, though.
He has hard chops. I'll give him that. And he did beat me. See, now I'm conflicted. Which one do I want to talk about now? Which one is main event quality, but they're both are. Fuck it. The returning Dysfunction.
Yeah.
Will be taking on the SCW Tag Team Champions, who have some issues and need a tissue.
Yeah, it was surprising to me that that this decision was made. Obviously we saw what happened in POW between Spade and Blaze.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see if it was one thing that was like, okay, well, we gotta get the tag team titles defended. So they're going to have to defend them. Now, are they going to coincide and work together with each other? We have no fucking clue. Clearly what happened at POW, the answer is no. But, I guess it really depends on how badly they really want to hold on to championship gold in SCW. So, Dysfunction, obviously, a great tag team. Should have had an opportunity for the tag titles a lot sooner. But now they get one now. So it's going to be it will be a good match, obviously. And I think, Dysfunction is one of those tag teams that we are planning on keeping around for a long time.
Speaking of Jimmy Blaze, so on social media, me and him kind of had a bit of a banter.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know he knew how to use a computer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn.
I don't know if he uses glasses or not.
His grandson probably helped him.
Probably.
What do you want me to say, Pa?
So, he's trying to justify his actions as when he was trying to screw over Max Holiday. He's saying that he didn't do anything wrong, and it was Max Holiday that screwed himself over by pretty much getting referee Brian Allen in harm's way. Let's put two in... I mean, yeah, okay, Max Holiday didn't do himself a favor by doing that. But then again, if he would have got disqualified then and there, well, Max Holiday would still be champion. But it still doesn't change the fact that as an enforcer, second referee, it's up to him to make a decision. Should he have called for the bell there or continue the match? That was his ultimate decision. And he went for the count, so he kept the match going. And he did not count to the 3, which probably would have been the match. Instead, he counted to 2 and flipped the bird.
I think the biggest problem with Jimmy in that situation was he couldn't separate the enforcer from the owner. Obviously, the whole point of being an owner and, the biggest responsibility is your talent, and referees are included in that. So, you want to sit there and do your job as an enforcer for a match, but also you have some bitterness when a guy puts your referees in harm's way and you're like, this is my fucking champion. I don't get me wrong, I love Max Holiday. Again, longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, current POW champion. But, it's hard to not agree with what Blaze said. But at the same time, he should have been able to separate being an enforcer for a match and being an owner of a company. He should have been able to separate that and go on and do his job the right way. So yeah, I do think he screwed Holiday out of an opportunity, but I don't think, I guess in a way it shouldn't really matter too much because it was all for the POW championship. I don't think it was championship versus championship. So it's not like if he got the pin, he was going to walk away with both titles. He's walking away with his own. So, but
it's all about principle at this point because, there was that controversy where me and Flat Top were defending ourselves against those two geeks at POW.
Yeah.
And one of them assaulted me along with the former commissioner. But I guess that's okay. That's okay. But, Jimmy Blaze
do
what he wants.
Are you talking about during the high voltage match when you slid too hard and went right out of the ring?
Or we can tell the truth and say that I got pulled out of the ring. But hey.
Where's the fun in that one?
Yeah. But let's think about this. Jimmy Blaze said Austin Roberts did a great job being their enforcer, which ultimately gave, POW the win.
Yeah.
Well, I said, you should have learned your lesson from him then. You shouldn't have tried to screw Max Holiday. But you know what? To each their own. You gotta love it.
Yep. Old people, they're set in their ways, bro.
Yep. Now, here we go. Let's get into this match. JPH will be taking on the returning James Creed.
Yeah, Creed's not wasting any time on getting his hands on JPH. You always think this is sounds like, oh, Creed just returned. They're going to build this up into something. It's like, fuck that. You don't need to build it up. We knew what happened. We knew what was going to happen. And yeah, this has to be main event. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if it wasn't. But yeah, no, Creed versus JPH is going to be a very hard-hitting, I think it's going to be a pretty emotional match too, because here's two guys who, they're fucking friends, one-time friends, close to being fucking brothers.
Yep.
And, we know Creed, we mentioned it earlier, half a modern day sharpshooter with Max Blaylock, and after Blaylock walked out, JPH kind of stepped up and had Creed's back for a long fucking time. And I think to be betrayed, not only betrayed, but put out of action because of a guy that you thought you were so close with, I think that affects somebody. And I think that could be a downfall for Creed going into this match, but if he could kind of tuck that out of his mindset for a moment and get through this match without fault, I have no doubt that Creed's going to end up picking up the victory against JPH.
Yeah. But I think there's going to be some bloodshed. Someone's going to break their back, maybe. Broken ankles, maybe. Now, but my question is, how's Creed's leg? Is it 100% for sure? Or is he jumping the gun a little bit?
Every conversation I had with Creed points to his leg being 100% healed. I think that was proof at ARW in that Royal Rumble match.
He lasted over an hour?
I've seen him at practice. He's moving through the ring pretty well. We saw the elbow drop last month from the top rope. I think Creed is not only 100%, but I think he was better than he was before. But I got realistically only time will tell. JPH has some malice in him, and we'll see how much he targets that injury and see what happens. But every time points to him being okay. So I think everything's going to turn out good at this show. At least I think Creed's going to pick up the victory.
All right. I hope he does, because JPH, fuck him.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else that we got? Anything else in Independence that we got to talk about, or you want to add?
Nothing for this week. Tune in next week as we give you SCW results, and we got 2 shows to talk about. Crash Tested and IPW.
Is IPW next Sunday? I thought it was the following Sunday.
It's a week from this upcoming Sunday.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
So,
You're right. Yeah, it's the 28th, 29th, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right. I know my shit.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Crash Tested is the 28th. IPW is the 29th.
Excellent. Cool. Guys, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching Just Freaking Wrestling Podcast or the JFW Podcast. You can find our shows when they're released on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean, just by searching Just Freaking Wrestling Podcast or the JFW Podcast. Make sure you are subscribing and rating us on your platform that you choose to listen to our podcast on, because it really does help us out. You could also listen to our show through YouTube. You know, one day I would like to get back to doing videos of our shows to put up on YouTube, but I kind of want to save those for more like when we do interviews and stuff like that. But make sure you do subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you're following the notification bell on that, so when those videos do drop, you are aware of them. And yeah, that's all I got.
I think we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travis.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle. Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.